All right, happy Monday. I'm back from spring break. I am Tanya Milano, parent coach, and I am a work at home mom. So I took last week off from videos. I am back Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, to talk about parenting and also regulating your emotions, self-regulation, co-regulation, raising emotionally aware children. These are all the things I cover, and I'm here to support all of you mamas to create a home for emotional safety. And today I want to talk about anger, Will Smith, and fierce love. So, hot topic. Before I do that, I need to say that I do have a YouTube channel. So if you are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please go over to YouTube. I would really appreciate it. I encourage you to hit the bell and subscribe so that you don't miss any of my videos and that these videos are available for more parents, more moms that need some emotional support. And also I have my Facebook group. So over there, I have my free 90 days to joyful living. It's all about bringing more mindfulness and presence to your life, working through little 5 or 10-minute activities that can really, really shift your mind body awareness so that you can show up regulated throughout the day and not get that, 5 o'clock anger, frustration, tired, burnout, whatever it is, you know what it is. You hit the evening and it's just, I don't want to do this anymore. These are activities that can really keep your energy levels up throughout the day, keep you connected to yourself. So you go over to Facebook, search Reactive to Relax, Self-Care Without the Guilt. It's also, there's a link in the description of this video. You can just click that, answer the questions to join the group, and tons of free stuff in the guide section there. All right, so let's get into this topic. Anger. This is a lot. I didn't write notes. Anger is a lot. So first question is, have you owned the anger that you have inside? Okay. Or have you decided that you don't have anger? That you don't get angry? Or there's a third option. You do get angry and then you beat yourself up for how angry you got or how you acted when you were angry. So there's these three things. I want you to think about that. Do you own that you have anger in the first place? That it actually exists in everybody? Or do you feel like nobody should ever be angry? Which is what I used to think. Like anger was not okay. Nobody should ever be angry. It was very an unrealistic goal and way too high of an expectation. So the third one is when I was angry. First of all, I can remember some really, really angry times where I lashed out beyond belief, like out of control anger, like out of body experience. And it scared me. So the third one was, do you have a belief or a story or something that you tell yourself after you get angry? Like, I'm a horrible person. I'll never get it under control. I nobody's gonna love me for all who I am. All these things that you tell yourself. Nobody understands me. All these beliefs, right? These early beliefs. So here's the thing. A lot of times when we're feeling these really core vulnerable places, we're feeling rejected or unlovable, powerless, helpless. when we feel all of those, it's really because we fiercely love, and that's the title in the title of this video. We really have this fierce desire for love and belonging. And when we feel those core vulnerabilities popping up, like I'm unlovable, I'm rejectable, I'm helpless, I'm powerless, we're going to act out to protect ourselves. That's what we saw with Will Smith. Now, I am not condoning his behavior. I am not condoning violence at all. I'm simply saying that, and also I have no idea if it was even real, right? Like everybody's saying it could have been an act, completely like staged. Who knows? Who even cares, right? Like, um, but these kind of things just divide people. Like there's always two sides. Well, I just gave you three options. Like, can we find a middle ground, everybody? Like, Will Smith's a horrible person. He is non-Christian. He said, he talked about God in his apology. He's horrible. Or he was standing up for the people he loved. I don't blame him. That Chris Rock wasn't being very kind. All this stuff. So there's like two places we can go. Well, what about this middle ground? Will Smith was feeling very threatened, like his inner vulnerability, rejection, his wife's feeling of rejection, of like who she really is, what she's been dealing with, those core vulnerabilities. On the other hand, Chris Rock is doing his job. He's got whatever his, he loves to tell jokes. It's what is that called? Roasting people. There's a bit of ego there. Like he's just performing. Who knows if he was thinking about anybody's feelings whatsoever, right? Like it's just not even on his radar. So anyway, this shows up in our kids all the time. They feel threatened. So Will Smith acted out of a young place in him, if this was real, and he was feeling threatened, and he acted out. Of course, everybody's like, no grown man should act out their anger on other people, right? Like, but just stop and think about that. Have you ever hit your kids, spanked your kid, grabbed them forcefully? Do you believe that is okay? There's so many places where we divide ourselves. Now, in my coaching, I do not use shame or judgment at all. You can come to me and tell me that you want to change. Like you've been getting angry. You've been being a person that you don't want to be. You want to visit those vulnerable, threatened places in you that started in childhood, and we can coach through it. I've been there. And my dad, I don't know how much violence he received as a child, but then he tried it with us. Like there was spanking, there was a belt. He tried it out. I think it really scared him, and he's decided it wasn't for him. But when we get stressed and we get activated, and our core vulnerability is hit by something or by somebody's comments, if we haven't done the work, the internal work, the mindfulness, the pause, the breathing, if we haven't done all of that, the stress management, the putting yourself first, taking care of yourself, we are going to go to those early strategies. We are going to lash out in not ways that we're very happy with. So, how this plays out with our kids. Yesterday was an extremely intense day in our house. There was a lot of words spewed. There was a lot of yelling. There was a lot of crying. All four of us were just all over the place. And if we had just slowed down and paused and took care of ourselves, none of these interactions would have really escalated. But the moral of the story is we were all feeling threatened in some way. So when we're feeling threatened, the behavior comes out. So I'll just give you one example. Taylor ended up slapping Tegan yesterday. She was trying to watch a TV show. Tanner was playing some banjo. Tegan wanted something different and was, acting a fool, distracting her. She couldn't hear her show. He turned off the show on her and she flew off the handle, right? She went from 0 to 60. Her needs were not being met. She felt powerless, rejected, whatever she was feeling, helpless. And she went over to him and slapped him. That's how she acts out of power. Now, there is no pause in children. It's intense. The emotions are intense. And so that's kind of what we saw play out on the Oscars. Now, this can be practiced, right? This is why we practice with our children. Now, I have hitters. Tegan is hit at school as well. I am not condoning that behavior when I tell you that. I am just saying that that behavior is normal for children. And that if we don't give them the skills, they will go into that place of self-aggression and shame. They will then tell themselves that they are a horrible person for having any sort of anger. So if you want to work on this with me, really, really change the dynamics in your family, make all emotions okay. All emotions are normal, especially anger. Then there are several ways in the description of this video. First of all, I have Reclaim Your Body, Transform Your Mind. That is a journey to really get back to connecting with yourself through mindfulness, yoga, breathing activities, self-love, forgiveness. We go into some of your unhealthy coping strategies. We talk about that. We coach through that. I'm forming a group for that starting in April. I don't have a start date yet. I will get that. But if you're at all interested in that, the description and the link is in the video. Or message me if you want to know more. And last thing I want to say is that course, Reclaim Your Body, Transform Your Mind, is part of my signature program. So if you're jumping into Own the Whole Revolution, that is my year-long transformation. It includes all of my coursework, yoga app, everything. And that's where we really, really get down to all of the family members in your family and becoming the family that you've always dreamed about being. So message me if you want to talk about that, because I'm still taking founding members. This program's worth over $3,000, but right now it is the founding member rate, and it includes so many things, including starting that course with me, the group course, this month, April. No, it's not April yet. In April. All right, I'm going to pop out of here. Everybody have a great day. Love you so much, and I